Well, good evening, everybody. Today is, what is this, December the 11th, 2024. Hard to believe that we'll be to 2025 here very, very soon. I mean, if you're like me, when you're first signing your dates, you always go, with the year you just got through with, and it takes you a while to get used to doing the 25 or the whatever the new year is. So hard to believe we're almost there. Time is just flying by so fast. We're exactly 2 weeks away from Christmas today. 2 weeks, folks, and I am not done with my shopping. I am so focused and so busy at the house I'm renovating right now. That's all that I do. In fact, I just got back from over there on my dinner break. I went over there. I had to hang a door. Of course, I've ran into a couple of I've ran into a couple of issues. One of the issues that I've ran into has been some plumbing issues. And anytime you deal with an older home, you're going to deal with that and electrical issues. I hadn't dealt with many electrical issues yet. I'm sure I'll run into them, but plumbing issues are the main ones I've been dealing with so far. Um, I have a door upstairs. It's a 32-inch door, 32-inch wide, and everything is perfect, lines up perfect, and the dang thing will not shut. And I don't know how to fix it. I have no clue as to how to fix it. I mean, I've tried different hanging it with moving my hinges a little bit here and there, and it won't shut. It'll shut down low. It won't shut up top, or it won't shut on the side, or it's just always something there. So I hope I don't bore you guys too much by talking about things going on with me. That's what Weather After Dark. Weather After Dark really isn't meant to be weather. Not like what you would see on the TV or on a Facebook Live when we're doing weather coverage. This is meant to be me just talking and shooting the bull with you, talking about my day, talking about your day, talking about what's going on. We talk about some weather. If you have weather questions, you can always ask me, and always be more than glad to answer. And I do talk a little weather, but that's not the premise of this. And maybe that's why people come in and they leave. Like, we'll have 11 people, then we'll have 12 people, then we'll have nobody, and then tonight's a low viewership number. We usually are up higher than that, but only 13 tonight. Now down to 12. You guys must not like me tonight, or I'm boring you, one or the other. Sorry. I just look at what Cameron did, y'all. He sent me this. I know you can't see it, but it says on there's a picture of me doing weather tonight. Well, it won't focus on there, but it says nerd. Cameron did that. So that's what I deal with, folks. Weatherman Cam. Gonna miss Cam. He's gonna be gone here for a little bit. He's leaving us on Friday, heading home for a little while for his Christmas vacation break. I'm excited for him, though. You know what, Miranda? It may not be level. It appears to be level, but this is an older home, and it probably isn't. So, I mean, like I say, no matter what I do, I can't get it to shut flush. I may have to wind up trimming some of the door. Maybe that may be my only solution, is to trim some of the door. But the problem is, I've done screwed so many holes into the door jambs that they're starting to get stripped out now. So I'm gonna have to use some toothpicks in there to try to get those filled back in. But I really got to get somebody, get a buddy of mine who's good at this kind of stuff to come over and help me with it. I got a friend of mine that's excellent at hanging doors, and this dude could do it in 5 minutes. But getting him to come over and getting him to reply to messages can sometimes be easier said than done, because he's a very busy individual as well. Aren't we all, though, right? So I was lazy at home today, and then I just needed a break. I just needed a day to chill, and I chilled for a little bit. But I need to get back focused again and get things done. I need to get things done over there. I ran into a little small plumbing issue tonight, another one, and I think it has to do with with my tub upstairs, and water was pouring through a light fixture downstairs below it. But I think I found the issue. I think it's an easy fix, and I'll get that done tomorrow, hopefully. So Eric Pridemore, our local weather watcher up there in Colbert, it's 37 degrees. Wow, it's cold up there in Colbert. Let me see what the temperatures are here right now. Let's see here. 37 is pretty chilly. We're at 41 here in the Falls. I forecasted 35, but this is probably one of those nights where you'll see the temperatures drop down, get about 33, 34, and they'll sit there, and they may even go up a little bit as you head towards morning. So Eric says it's in Colbert, Oklahoma. It's cold outdoors as Christmas is exactly 2 weeks away. You're exactly right. And Secret Santa is on Wheel of Fortune for 2 weeks as we have to watch for another winning spin ID number. I have no idea what that is, but I know you do. It airs Monday through Saturday nights at 6:30 p.m. on News Channel 6. See, I need Eric to do a Wheel of Fortune promotion for us because he's always talking about Wheel of Fortune on here. So what's big in the news right now? And it's these drones. I kind of mentioned it a little bit last night, but I really didn't know much about it, and I still don't know a whole lot about it. But big in the news right now is are these drones that keep on showing up. So let me kind of give you a little bit of a backstory with what the drones are. So of course, a lot of the headlines on social media and whatnot have been about the UFOs that come out of the ocean now, and they had a Senate hearing, congressional hearing, and our government confirmed that there are things that are flying around our atmosphere that is beyond our scope of technology. And they can go basically from the ocean floor up to outer space in like less than a second. And water doesn't slow them down. They can move, and they do things to defy the law of gravity and law of our physics. So I don't know if that has anything to do with that, but over the last couple of days, maybe over the weekend, there was a lot of drone sightings. A lot of drone sightings over, I think it was New Jersey. There's other ones that were reported too, but mostly over New Jersey. And according to Fox News, that is, they're SUV-sized drones that are terrorizing Americans. And I haven't heard of anybody being terrorized by them. I mean, I guess people see them, they get a little bit worried about them. But my big question is, what are they? What are these drones? They're big. I've seen video of them. A lot of times on social media, you don't know what's real and what's not, but I've seen enough video to know that these are real for sure. And they're apparently they're very fast, and they disappear real quickly. But they look like a large drone is what they look like, and they got flashing lights on them. They don't look like the kind of a drone that you would see from an outer space. These they look like lights that are flashing. It looks like an airplane light on them or whatnot. So, but the one thing I read today, and the Pentagon, I think the Pentagon shut it down. Apparently, somebody said these are coming from Iran, an Iranian mothership that's off the coast there, and sending these things inland there. But I don't know. Again, that was dismissed. You just don't know what's true and what's not true, and I don't know that the government's even really has even investigated this yet. But I do know that it's real, and it'll be interesting to see if any more of those reports come out. So I'm not saying that they're being spied on, but it certainly is possible. So you just never know in today's world of technology what's going on and all the stuff we're discovering and finding out. This is weird. Google also had what was it? Google did this. I'm sure I can find something on it here. Give me a second. This is pretty cool too. And again, I don't know anything in the world about. I haven't read much on it, and I have very little information on it. But let me so I can read it accurately to you. I'm trying to find. Let me go to Twitter and see if I can find it, or X. Let me see if I can find it on there. So, let's see here. So I'm talking about something that Google has come out with. But anyway, it was some type of a chip. And in that chip, here, I'm going to Google it here. Speaking of Google, I'm going to Google it. So don't leave me yet. This is some interesting stuff to talk about. So. Okay, so Google's new quantum chip Willow. It's what it says. So I guess this is Willow, our state of the art quantum chip. This is from Google. So I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it'll be interesting to see what it is. But I think it's something like kind of like AI. Um, Google says its new quantum chip may prove parallel universe. So what does that mean? What does that mean? What does it mean if we have a parallel universe? And I'm not saying that that's the truth. I'm just saying some of the stuff I've been reading that's pretty interesting. Google's new quantum chip, anyway. So we got drones flying around everywhere. We got now AI saying that we live in a parallel universe. So lots of craziness goes on, and of course, on social media, people hear this stuff and they just run with it wild, and they start talking about conspiracy theories and whatnot. Um, a lot of interesting things going on with this Luigi kid on social media. A lot of interesting things. A lot of things not adding up on that. I don't know. I don't know enough about the whole situation, but a lot of people on social media say that, hey, this kid could be innocent, but I don't know. He had all this, apparently he had this stuff on him, but they just say that people on social media are just saying that it's just odd that this brilliant kid would have all this stuff out in broad daylight and try to get caught. So Luigi is the guy who's accused of, and I have to say it like this, unaliving the CEO of United Healthcare up there in New York last week. So a lot of people are chattering about that's something a lot of people are talking about on social media too. But in the world of news, we have to cite credible sources. We can't cite conspiracy theories and thoughts, and basically all we have are the facts to go on that are given to us. So yeah, that's the guy who did the unaliving there. So, but anyway, but yeah, to me, the whole drone thing is real interesting. The Google quantum chip thing is interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Also, it's interesting to see how what's going to happen with cryptocurrencies as we move into the future here. For a while there, a lot of these cryptocurrencies were just kind of considered, Bitcoin was pretty significant, but there really wasn't much use for it. But there's a lot of talk as we can move into the future that these cryptocurrencies are going to become, backed by actual money and not just some meme, and they're going to be worth more money. So I've got some on XRP is what I've got, and I've been high on it for a long time. So I've seen my wallet go up a little bit. Now, of course, Bitcoin touched over 100,000 last week. A coin, isn't that crazy? Here's something that's cool. My my nephew, who is he's very 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 smart. He's on the spectrum. I think that's what it's called, on the spectrum. But he's very intelligent. He's intelligent with things that he wants to be intelligent about. So back in 2008 or 9, he told my brother-in-law, he said, there's this new thing out there called Bitcoin that you need to buy. Of course, back then it was nothing. It was just like pennies. And my brother-in-law's like, I'm buying all that. That's ridiculous. I'm not wasting my money on that. Well, now he wishes he would have, because if you'd have bought, let's just say you'd have bought 10 Bitcoins back when they were dirt cheap, you'd be a millionaire now. So no, I do not have WeatherBug on my phone. Yeah, Asperger's syndrome. That's what he has. He has Asperger's. Exactly. That's what he has. So I have 2 apps on my phone. I have the news channels, the First Alert 6 weather app. And the only reason I have it is because it's a pretty dang good app, because it's something that I update myself. And I have Radar Scope. Those are the only 2 apps that I have. I'm not a fan of weather apps at all. I think they're most of them are trash. Most of them are garbage, because they're updated by computers. They're updated by numerical data. They're not updated by real meteorologists. So that's why I don't like most of the weather apps. They're getting better, and they could be eventually could be really good. But even AI, weather with AI related weather data these days is still not that good yet. I don't guess it's learned enough about weather yet. But weather's not like just any computer program. I mean, you can't you can't just say that this weather system coming in is going to be like the same one on the video game last week or the same computer program last week. You can't do that. Weather's different. You really have to have a knowledge of how these systems work and operate in those areas that you live in for it to be accurate. So one day they'll be there, I'm sure. But right now I like our app because I get to update that myself. And I know that it's a meteorologist, a real person updating that. So, and then Radar Scope is just you can get all your single site radars there, and it's the best radar app that's out. Radar Omega is pretty good too, but I like for from a meteorological standpoint, I like Radar Scope. So December, I would say that temperatures are probably very slightly above average. I'd have to look and see where we're at on December temperatures. So no, I do not use a weather radio. No, I used to when I was a kid. But, now that, I follow weather as closely as I do, I don't need that anymore. I know when the weather's going to be bad. I know when I need to be paying attention to it. So, but, weather radio is good for, somebody like yourself or people out there that's in the, out there that are not meteorologists, that aren't following weather. It's a great tool to have. You can set it to give you alarms. It can save your life. Yeah, I highly recommend NOAA weather radios. You can buy them cheap at Walmart. Used to you buy them at Radio Shack, but I don't think Radio Shack is a thing anymore. You can buy them at Best Buy. I think we even see them at United Market Street. I think they have them. That and your app. You're just so many ways that you can stay up to date with weather these days. There's just really no excuse, not to have access to good weather data. So let me look and see what our average December temperature is. I'm just interested to see. So I have a site that I'll go to look at that. And I can tell you if we're below or above average for the month of December. Today is the 11th. So month to date, sir, actually we are 0.8. I'm talking, that's max temperature, my bad. Average temperature 49. So we are 2/10 of a degree above average on temperature for the month of December. 2/10. Average temperature so far this month here in Wichita Falls, 45.9. The typical or the normal average would be 45.7. So we're 0.2 above that. So a little bit on the mild side, but not by much. I don't see any signs of any super cold weather heading our way anytime soon, but I don't see any prolonged warm periods either. So kind of about like what we've been seeing, and no big rain events either. So, well, happy birthday, Jarrett. 33. Happy birthday, buddy. My daughter's going to Las Vegas in the morning early, and Jaden Knowles is actually in Las Vegas right now. So I thought it was pretty cool they'd be there at the same time. Maybe they'll see each other. Who knows? So, no tsunamis, but tsunamis are those things you really can't predict until you you got to have an earthquake out there first. You get an earthquake out there in the in these coastal areas, and then you got to worry about tsunamis. So, and that's when they start issuing tsunami alerts and whatnot. So, all right, well, it is just about, you're good. It's just about time. Happy birthday. December is a great month to be born in. You share a birthday with Jesus. It's a good month for sure. All right. Well, wish me luck with that door that I was talking about earlier. That door is driving me crazy. I know I need to get stuff. It's like a stump in the way. I can't get around it. I mean, I could, but mentally I can't get around it because I got to get this done before I can move on. It's driving me nuts. So wish me luck with this freaking door. And it's plumbing crap. Oh, hate plumbing. All right, I'm out of here, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. I think Cameron may be here tomorrow night for Weather After Dark.